and welcome to Horizons from the Sun Deck. Thank you for joining us. I'm Melanie McElroy from Craig Travel, and today we'll be talking with Amy Price from Seabourn about what's going on in the world of cruising. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining me today. Can you tell our Craig Travelers a little bit about yourself and what you love about working for Seabourn?
Thank you, Melanie, and thank you, Craig Travelers, for having us today. So I actually joined Seabourn in January. Don't I have impeccable timing during this situation that we're all in? But I did come from within the industry and spent 28 years literally growing up in the cruise industry with another line. But I'm really excited about being in the ultra luxury space with Seabourn and imparting upon all of your guests and your travel advisors what we have to offer when it comes to the ultra luxury sector of cruising.
Excellent. I know Seabourn has been working hard behind the scenes on a plan for a safe return to cruising. Can you tell me a bit about what Seabourn has planned to keep our guests safe, healthy, and comfortable when they return to cruising?
You bet, Melanie. Now, we have not released any particular health and safety protocols at this point because we are watching closely the science and the data around the pandemic and COVID-19. Rest assured that we have a very extensive team of scientists and doctors that we are working with to come up with those health and safety protocols. And the number one priority as we look at them, of course, is the safety and health of our crew and our guests. As soon as we are ready to return to service, we will be releasing what our plans are. But until then, we do have a book with confidence policy that I wanted to point out. If you have guests that are interested in booking a cruise with Seabourn, they can do it confidently, knowing that if they choose to cancel their sailing up to 30 days prior, they can get a future cruise credit in the value of 100% of their monies paid to Seabourn. This is applicable right now for all sailings booked through the end of September and plan to sail through the end of December in 2021. In addition to the book with confidence, we also have a best fare guarantee policy. So if you book with us and you happen to find the fare drop on seabourn.com at some point, you can come back to us and we'll either adjust the rate, we may give you an upgrade, or we may also give you an onboard credit in the amount of the difference. So hopefully that helps your clients feel a little bit more confident about the future and booking with Seabourn.
That's excellent. I think that will give them a little bit more confidence. So speaking of sailing, the new Seabourn ships are coming. Can you tell our viewers about the new expedition ship and what type of experience we can expect on a Seabourn expedition?
Oh, I would love to. We are so excited to be getting into the world of expedition cruising, and we will be the newest and most luxurious expedition ships out there. The first of our two Seabourn expedition ships is going to be introduced next December 1st. The Seabourn Venture will be coming out. She's actually going to be sailing some very unique itineraries to start off with in the Norwegian fjords, and you'll have an opportunity to experience the Northern Lights all the way through the end of March of 2022. The second Seabourn Venture, or second Seabourn expedition ship, will be coming out in 2022. She's yet to be named, and we haven't announced her inaugurals just yet. But these ships are small, intimate, 132 suites, all veranda suites, ocean facing. And what's unique about this ship is it also has a PC6 strengthened hull. So that means it can break through the early and late season ice and get into places that other expedition ships can't get into. There's a couple things I want to point out that's new about these ships. First of all, we have two new types of suites that we're introducing. First of which is the panorama veranda suite. As you can see here, floor to ceiling windows with the opportunity to experience amazing views in addition to the veranda that's already there on this suite. And then we're also going to have a winter garden that is a loft suite. So this is the first time ever that we'll have loft suites on Seabourn. And this is the living area of the winter garden where you can see that there's a lovely bar, seating area, and then up top is your bedroom. Imagine these amazing views while you lay there and travel through the Antarctic and all the expedition places that we will be traveling. You can sit there, watch a beautiful movie, or maybe just have that TV drop down into the credenza there and just take in the views as you sail by. One of the most exciting things that I think we are introducing on board our expedition ships are submarines. We are going to have two 6-passenger submarines, and they will travel on board the ship, and they'll be able to go down to the depths of 1,000 feet below the sea. So you're going to see some amazing things that you would never see otherwise. And this just gives you an idea of how comfortable and luxurious our submarines are going to be. As I said, there are 6 passengers on board. And one thing I want to note, on Seabourn, we do have free champagne and caviar whenever, wherever you would like. You can also have that on board our submarine because we do have champagne chillers on board our submarine. So exciting to introduce. But that's just a little bit of a taste of what our Seabourn Venture and our expedition ships are going to have to offer.
That's incredible. I can't wait to experience the views from those loft suites.
I know.
What's different about Seabourn that will make them a great choice for our guests?
So I could share a slide that has like 17 differentiators that we like to point out about Seabourn, but I'm going to choose a few that are very special to me and that I think are important for your guests to understand. First of all, we have some amazing partnerships. When it comes to the culinary space, we have a partnership with Chef Thomas Keller. If you're familiar with the French Laundry in Napa Valley, many people come to Seabourn just to experience Chef Keller's cuisine because it's difficult to get in the French Laundry, but it's not so difficult to purchase a Seabourn cruise. And once they come and experience what Seabourn has to offer, they end up becoming loyal customers for life. We also have an amazing entertainment lineup with Sir Tim Rice. If you're familiar with him, he did Evita, a Lion King, and several others. So he's done our entertainment on board. Our spa and wellness area has been handled by Dr. Andrew Weil, who not only focuses on spa and fitness, but also on mindful living, so the whole body experience. I'm not going to talk about every partnership on here, but the last one that I do want to highlight that I think is very important is the fact that we are the exclusive cruise partner of UNESCO. And we visit UNESCO World Heritage Sites on all 7 continents, whether it be during the cruise, pre-cruise, or post-cruise. We give our guests the opportunity to experience exclusively through Seabourn these UNESCO heritage sites worldwide. So as you see here, we do sail all 7 continents, and we get into some really intimate ports, which I think as we go through the recovery and return to service after the pandemic will be really important. We're not hitting all the marquee overcrowded ports. We're going to some off the beaten path destinations and giving you some in-depth cultural experiences. But to me, the most important thing about Seabourn is our onboard experience and interaction with our crew members as well as fellow guests. So we have a nearly 1-to-1 guest to staff ratio when it comes to sailing with Seabourn. Our staff on board is more of a European staff, so it's a European style of service. They become very friendly with our clients who travel on board and our guests, and they get to know their names, but they get to know so much more than that. They get to know their likes, their dislikes, what they're hoping to accomplish on their vacation. They actually make friends with our guests, and oftentimes our guests come back and choose specific ships and specific itineraries because of the staff that's traveling on board. So that gives you a little bit of idea of how important our staff is. And then when it comes to the guest expectation, you are going to be traveling with an international mix of guests. We only source about 48% of our clients and guests from North America. So that gives you an idea of how diverse our clientele and our guests mix is on board. And I think that really creates an interesting social opportunity to meet new people, experience new cultures. And because nearly everything on board is inclusive, it creates a very social environment where you can go out to dinner and not have to worry about who's going to pick up the check and who's going to grab the bottle of wine. It just makes it much more comfortable and much more interesting to have that experience with Seabourn.
That's an incredible experience. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you sharing your insights with us. And thank you to all of you for watching. We look forward to sharing more Horizons from the Sun Deck with you next time.